Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. This is the all new recording for this podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft buying Activision and Blizzard for a cool $70 billion. I am here joined by Rondarius Johnson, who will be now muted for a little while, and Keenan, although I forgot his last name. Alright.
That's fine.
Yeah. Now, Keenan, how do you feel about when they're going to make a Game Pass about this? Because once they make this, it's going to be more games added. Microsoft gets more money. But do you think it'll come at a more higher price?
In my opinion, I feel like the price is higher over time, but at the time of it coming out, it might just be like,
Right.
and who is really thinking about the other, like how PS4 exists or whatever.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's Activision. It's kind of like taking a lot of things from PS4 itself, so people would be forced to buy like Activision products, giving them way more money.
So, I would like for you to say, like, what would it be like? So, since Call of Duty is also on Xbox, well, it's also on PlayStation, and both of them have Game Passes, but with Microsoft buying both of them, what would you think happened?
Well, to be honest, I think that a lot of people would just really shift over to like Xbox since the Game Passes
Yeah.
PS4 would obviously not exist anymore. There would be for other games because they can't just buy back. Well, I mean they can, I think, but I don't think that's how it works. So people will probably just shift over to Xbox.
Yeah, I think they'll just ship over to Xbox because I was just looking at PlayStation's Game Pass and I was like, these games look fun and all, but will people even really enjoy them? Like Ratchet and Clank, Project Turismo. I mean, no, Gran Turismo, all those other type games. And it's like, I don't know. Will people really like that? I think people really like Overwatch and Spyro and Call of Duty all in just one big old Game Pass where you don't really have to pay anything, although you just have to pay at the start. So I think they're just gone on over to Xbox, and it's like a Dumpty Flumpty on PlayStation side because Sony can't really do something like this, although they have billions of dollars.
And what's even worse for Sony is that, to be honest, when I remember earlier we was playing Minecraft, obviously that shot talking about how just Microsoft ingrained in Xbox was like technically a good thing for them because obviously for PS4 it's a completely different process when it comes to some games across platforms. But on Xbox there's actually a little bit more, cross-platform ability. So it already shows off some type of like disconnection between both of the consoles being rival.
Yeah, but it's like Xbox, they just give more freedom upon to it. They give more freedom upon to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They give you more freedom. They give you more accessibility. They give you more things. And this new Game Pass that they're starting is pretty cool. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Like cross-platform with Minecraft and Call of Duty. Well, not really Call of Duty because like Call of Duty's not on the Switch, so it's like they will be cross-platform with like PC and PlayStation. But I don't think not PC. Some in between those two. Just PlayStation and themselves.
For some reason they have NBA on Nintendo, but they didn't bother putting Call of Duty on there, which kind of makes sense because it's technically a kids console, but
I wouldn't entirely say like a kids console, although Nintendo and gaming in general. Yeah, there's a lot of kids that play it. Yeah, gaming is actually pretty cool for kids. It was kind of made a little bit for kids, but it was at the same time just for like adults, teens, kids, and people in
Yeah,
general. Yeah,
especially in the competitive region.
yeah, in the competitive region, like esports, you got to be like 18 and older, which is like kinda an adult, kinda, because once you're like 19, that's when your teenage age just ends off of there. But speaking of esports, do you think that age minimum should be lowered?
Honestly, yes,
I mean,
because I feel like,
there's some cracked 9-year-olds and 13-year-olds. Some of them are better than
oh
some
yeah,
esports players, and it's like, should the age minimum even be lowered? Because they're cracked
honestly,
somehow.
I feel like it should because they'll give these kids like technically another way for them to get into the spotlight instead of having to wait all these years for them to pass the age requirement
Yeah,
and they could just start early. It will be way better for them.
yeah, and esports pulls in very large prize pools, like millions of dollars, millions, a lot.
Yeah,
So it's like, some kids could get like millions of dollars in esports if they just win by prize pools in the esports. Like that would actually pretty be
exactly.
nice, yeah. That would be nice. So I
Buying
think
Activision and Blizzard for $70 billion.
yes.
Interesting topic.
So yeah, I do think the esports age minimum should be lowered to like a cool 13-ish of age because it's just it's kind of unfair to wait all those years just to become an esports player.
It's like highly unnecessary. Like, just imagine you trying to, go through the esports competition and earn this cash, but then you have to be 18 or older just to enter, and it's just like, wow.
And they can help their parents with their money too. Like if they just lower the age minimum and they got like a gaming PC or gaming laptop and they're just entirely broken in the game and can win an esports match, they can pull in so much money that it wouldn't even make any sense at all.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, it's like me. I'm a Switch gamer. I would be like. I mean, I do like gaming on PC and laptop and those things, but I don't know if I'm really that fast enough. I'm really fast with console instead. Sometimes.
Depends on what game it is for me, no lie.
Yeah, like Roblox. I mean, Roblox is kind of. It really just depends on whoever makes the game, how the game mechanics work, and all those type of things.
Yeah, I can play any Roblox game on keyboard. It's pretty much ran to my fingers now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Majority, yeah. But honestly, I play Tori on console, so it's more traditional for me to use a controller.
Right.
But
But
I'm forcing myself to use a keyboard now. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel like that the controller method is better. I remember we talking about keyboard players before even having a PC. And I was like, wow, it must be so hard to play with a keyboard. It's really not, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah, it's really not. I mean, when I tried, like for example, Osu was like a popular game, right? So
Yeah,
it's like how I use my mouse. I'm on a laptop. I'm not that fast. But I was like, wait a minute, my laptop can flip. So I flip it, and I realized that Osu was like, there's a lot of tablet players that are pretty good at the game. So why don't we just make it so that, you know, you can play on your touchscreen? And I did that, and I was like, hey, I'm getting kind of better. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So yeah, that's actually pretty nice. But just to return back to topics, I'm gonna say that the $70 billion buying from Microsoft buying Activision and Blizzard, I think is kind of fair. I think it makes a lot of sense. It'll cost so much money. because Activision has been making all these games. Blizzard has made all these games, and they made billions of dollars of selling them. And I think that makes a lot of sense. It'll go for that much money.
I just realized that probably means I might have to use my Xbox more.
Yeah. What type of? Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you have to use your Xbox even more. I mean, it's not forceful. I mean, you could always just stick with the PlayStation Pass, but it's like, you know, it actually makes a lot of sense if you want to do it on Xbox since they're the ones making the new Game Pass. I mean, it's always existed for years. Like, remember the time when Xbox Live was a thing? I think it's still a thing, but something like that. Yeah, Xbox Live's still a thing. There's like two separate
Yeah, it
things.
is.
Yeah, there's Xbox Live and then there's the Xbox Game Pass. Game Pass is where you just get all these free games after you buy the pass, of course. And then you got Xbox Live where you can play multiplayer. And yes, of course, it costs money to actually broadcast and do those things. So that actually makes a lot of sense. But, I think it was a good deal in general. So, what do you think?
Honestly, it is fair, but it's kind of crazy. It kind of felt crazy to me that, like, I always heard from the perspective of me playing on PS4, hearing everybody talking about getting on this game in that case. And the game I did hear the most was actually Overwatch and Call of Duty. And that's what really everybody's playing.
Yeah.
But now people are gonna have to actually like play that on Xbox instead of PS4. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how Sony's really finna come back with this. It's just
it's
how is they gonna come back from this? I don't understand.
they were actually already, in my opinion, taking slight damage just off of PS4 products. But even though they have PS5 now, it's still a lot of people with PS4s
Yeah.
and PS5. Kind of hard to get nowadays, considering how
Well,
fast they keep selling out.
well,
So
thank you, Keenan, and thank you everybody who was in this stream. Thank you very much. That has been the end of this podcast. Thank you for your opinion.